Oh boy, so the debut's finally here. There's not that many people watching, it's fine. They might think, no, they won't think you're weird, it's fine. Let's give the people what they came here for. Let's give them a good time. Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1. Hi guys. I'm not nervous at all, don't worry. My name comes from a combination of emo plus gothic. You know how you all like have those usernames that you make for accounts when you're like a teenager and you think something sounds cool and edgy? My name might have come from one of those. But I'm adapting. I just slapped a VT at the end of it when I started doing this. And we're moving forward. I love it. That's what it's from. You can also call me a few other things. I go by many aliases on these accounts. One of the most common ones is Emothic. People really like to call me Emothic. I don't know if I have the due diligence of being so thick to deserve that title, but I will do my very best. I aim for 3 C's, at least 4 C's. That might be too much for me, but one day I will be a quadruple C in my name. To clarify. So I go by those and like some other things, but don't worry, we're not gonna mention those. I will swerve on the road to save a caterpillar's life. I swear there's one time in the year those caterpillars are always crossing the road and you could see them from a mile away and it's like, oh, you little bugger. You know I don't have the heart to run you over. I especially love baking whenever I'm extremely nervous. I call it anxiety baking, and it's not uncommon that when I have something important to do, like homework, or any kind, like a doctor's appointment, any sort of obligation, you will always catch me baking something beforehand. Like today, for example, I made some cookies. Because something about just vigorously stirring batter and pummeling the dough just gets all of the anger out and all the frustration and all the stress. And I just feel so much better at the end of it. I hate sweet potatoes with a burning, flaming passion. It's like a flame as hot and as vibrant as the sweet potato mush is saturated. They taste like shit, and I hate them. Every time I eat sweet potatoes, it makes me want to throw up. I can't wear a lot of perfume because, like, that Bath and Body Works toxic cloud that follows me around all day and suffocates me. I can't stand it. I get really bad headaches. Same with old books. I hate reading and going to libraries because the old books give me headaches, which is probably the most overly sensitive statement I have ever made. But it's true. I'm very sensitive to them. Yeah, Bath and Body Works is like, it should be like a nuclear wasteland. It should be Chernobyl. It's not safe to go there. I hate snakes. Snakes are scary. Snakes are terrifying. I don't care what size they are. There's tiny poisonous snakes, and there's gigantic snakes that coil around you and suffocate you. I don't like either of them. Nothing without legs should be able to swim, climb, dig, run, fly. Did you know there's fucking flying snakes? Because there are. They live in the rainforest and they glide between trees. No thank you. I don't want that. I don't want snakes to chase me down. They should not move faster than me. I have legs. I'm supposed to be the apex predator. It's not fair. Fish have no... Yeah, but fish don't crawl... Okay, most fish don't crawl out of the fucking water, come on the land, and try to kill me. Most fish. There are lungfish, and probably a few other kinds. Large lightning strikes and lots of flashing lightning and heavy rain and hail scare me a lot. I'm always afraid that a fucking vortex is gonna descend from the heavens and swallow me and everything that I love, and that's terrifying. I don't want that. You can't hide from those things. I want to be able to hide from the things I'm afraid of. So that's why I don't like tornadoes. Oh, thank you for the sympathy. The last thing that I'm afraid, well, probably not the last thing. Honestly, it would be an exhaustive list if I put everything I was afraid of on here. But I'm really scared of abandonment. I've had a lot of people I love leave me or fall out of contact with me, and I don't like when that happens. It makes me feel insecure and awful. So please, please don't leave me. That'll make me feel sad. Please stick around as long as you can. I will try to take care of you and feed you and give you lots of water and tuck you in at night? Yeah, it will be mutual. It will be a symbiotic relationship. Perhaps the most common one you may hear me say sounds something like this. I say this a lot when I'm really anxious and very nervous, and I don't really know how to convey how scared I am feeling unless I just project it in an inaudible grunt. I suppose it's not a grunt, it's more like a squeal. It's more like a cry for help. I really like 3D platformers. Say like Banjo-Kazooie, Super Mario Odyssey, any Nintendo game that I probably can't stream because Nintendo is very picky about what they allow you to stream and what they decide to strike down. So I guess that leaves like Spyro. And I'll have to see what other ones I can play. Someone's like, oh, so I see you have a college degree. That must mean you're very cool. I'm like, I forage mushrooms. I got a certificate for foraging mushrooms. And they're like, why? I'm like, I like mushrooms. I want to own a lot of sweatpants. Let me explain. There's some details behind this. I'm really bad at buying clothes for myself. I'm really stingy about clothes for some reason, because some clothes are really expensive. You know, if you want to buy clothes, you want to buy the good shit that's gonna last more than 2 seconds. So I wore the same 2 fucking pairs of hand-me-down sweatpants from like the time I was 14 to like 2 months ago, where I finally worked up the nerve because they literally disintegrated. Like, washing them so many times made it so that the waistband was gone and I like physically could not wear them anymore. I was like, I think it's time to buy some new sweatpants because I'm working at home and I want to be comfortable. But anyways, I bought a pair of sweatpants with my Christmas money that I had left over. So I own 1 pair now, and they're so nice, and I wear them as long as I possibly can and wash them all the time because they're so comfy, and I just want to buy more sweatpants so that every day of the week, yeah, basically, can be sweatpants day. I don't have Twitter installed on my phone. I don't have the Twitter app because I don't have Stoneforge. I don't have phone storage because my phone's from 2016 and it runs like a potato and I refuse to get a new one because I'm really bad at upgrading. A model is so nice. They're very fun. You can do things like worm dances with your finger with a model. Can you do that in real life? Maybe. But it's more fun when it's something that you get to make with technology. There aren't any snakes. Ireland and New Zealand not having snakes. Please let me live there. Do you know how wonderful it would be to step outside every day and not fear for my life because of a snake honing in and slithering over to me and trying to kill me? If I could just be safe in those countries, that'd be so nice. Bees don't suck. Bees are adorable, fuzzy little teddy bears that fly in the sky and pollinate plants. Wasps and hornets, on the other hand, need to fucking die. They don't deserve to exist. They're horrible and mean, and they want to sting you and hurt you. I don't like them. That's not saying we should kill them, because they're pollinators and they're very important. But they're also just little assholes. Like, I don't even know if they have, like, brain cells or any capacity to, like, think any nice thoughts. It's like every atom of every fiber of their being is just pure rage, and they seek vengeance. They want to hurt you just for stepping in their fucking 10-mile radius of their hive, and I hate them. Yes, I did get zoomies. It was mostly just like anxious running around as I was like, I'm debuting today, today's the debut, I need to make sure I debut. What if I forget the time? No, I've set 10 reminders. What's the square root of 2? 2. No. Square root is, does it not exist? Is there no square root of 2? I thought it was 2 for some reason. It's definitely not fucking 1, right? This is gonna show off my smooth brain. Everyone's gonna see how dumb I am. No. Okay, square root of 25 is 5. So is the square... So is the square root, does it have to be the exact, like, splitting it? Would it have to be like 5 and 5, 3 and 3? Yes, because square root of 9 is 3, square root of 25 is 5. So that would mean square root of 2. It would have to be 2, right? Because you're not adding 1 and 1. Damn it. Favorite moment from a dream. So I was standing on a skyscraper with my partner, and I was about to look over the edge of the skyscraper, And I said, I don't want to look over the edge because I might get vitiligo. And my partner said, it's not vitiligo, it's vertigo. So that is so perplexing to me because literally in my dream state, I knew the correct word for what I wanted to describe, but I used the wrong one because I knew in real life I wouldn't use the correct word. Where is your nose? It's here. Do you want me to show it to you? Do you want to make sure you can see my nose? There it is. There's my freckles too. Don't mind me getting up close and personal, but you brought this upon yourself. You want to know if I have a nose? There it is. Look at it, loud and proud. It's got shading and everything. I worked so hard on it. Yeah, I have freckles. They're kind of hard to see, you know, if like I'm far away. But do you think you could survive 30 days on Naked and Afraid? That's a reality TV show like Survivor, isn't it? Are you naked the whole time? I am really good at being afraid. Maybe not so much on the naked part, but like if I can intimidate people with my body to win. If that's the point, if the point is to be naked and make them afraid, I could own them. Yeah, I'll survive. I could survive 30 days on that, for sure. My all-time favorite superpower I'd love to have is being omnilinguistic. I would love to be able to understand all languages, all forms of communication, with the exception of like, well, I guess it'd be fun to hear plants, but like, you know, plants would only be so fun to hear until you're like walking over a lawn and you could just hear the grass screaming beneath your feet. That'd be a little bit terrifying and I would feel really bad. So maybe not that. Why do you only have experience disarming people with pens and not actual weapons? That's a good question. Because at one point when I was little, my dad's like, here's how you disarm someone with a knife, and he showed me with a pen and we were practicing with a pen, and I never trained more beyond that, so I only know how to disarm pens. Yeah, when my body's in like ragdoll mode and I'm like trying to yank something out of your hands like really hard and you're not letting go and I keep trying and you let go, I will fly across the room and tumble and cry. So I would say I probably can fly further than a person can fall. I could sell like broth, like mushroom broth, and it'll be like revitalizing or something. A dried morel tea brand. You rehydrate the morels in tea to brew them, and it's called Morel Boost. It's like Morale Boost, but with morel mushrooms.